Hey guys, it's me again. I'm on a roll with these videos. I'm trying to get back into my crafting. I've been out of the loop for a little while. I had some stuff going on, but I'm trying to, as you guys know, and probably same reason you do it, crafting can be therapeutic. It can be relaxing, and that's why I do it. So hopefully that's why you guys do the same, and it's fun to see the results. So anyway, I've had some of you ask me and leave me some very sweet comments on the seam binding that I colored the other day, and it was my first try at it. So I just wanted to share what I did. Whoops, trying to get this straightened out so I can show you. So I just want to share what I did, and I'm just going to do a quick, I guess we'll call this a mini tutorial. I don't usually do tutorials because you see I'm a mess. I'm all over the place. Things take me a while. I'm bumping cameras over, but I'm going to try my best. So let me show you here. So what you're going to need to do, color your seam binding is, first of all, the seam binding. This is what mine looks like. It's Hug Snug. It's white. It came in 100 yards, and it was about $7.50, and then I think it was like $2 shipping. So we'll say around $10 you can get, and some of them are more. This guy, I'm not going to tell you the name I ordered from eBay because he took 2 weeks to even ship this. And I don't know if it was just I was impatient, but 2 full weeks is too long to me when you've already paid for something. But, you know, I guess I was just excited for it to come. So I'm not going to post his name, but it's easy to find. You just type in seam binding, and you can find that. I got mine off of eBay. So there's other sellers, so that's what you can do. So you'll need the seam binding. You're going to need any type of spray. You could also use alcohol ink. And somebody left a really good comment, and I still plan on, you know, writing back. But somebody left a good comment and said, because I was trying to think of something a little less expensive than, you know, these type things, like the alcohol, the Ranger alcohol inks. And they mentioned trying that Ritz, I think that's what it's called, that Ritz dye that you get like at Walmart, or I've seen at the stores, and they give you a lot more in it. So I'm gonna try that too. But right now this is what I have. So you're gonna need, this is what I use to, you're gonna need something just to moisten it, just to wet it. This is Glimmer Mist, and I have a lot of it, so I don't mind using it, but I'm wondering if even water would work. That way you don't even have to use your Glimmer Mist. And then this is the color that I'm going to show you. So just anything to color it is what you're going to need, and then something just to spray it. So whether it be water, whether it be like just your clear Glimmer Mist with a sparkle in it, however you want to do it. And you're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need a pair of gloves. You're going to have to cut off a piece of seam binding and some paper towels. Hold on one second. Come in, Maya. Yeah, we have that. Yeah, alright, lift your lips because you got it all over your mouth. Yes, you can. Sorry about that, guys. See, this is why I can't do tutorials. I'm trying. Anyway, Maya's kindergarten, my daughter, her kindergarten bus driver and her preschool bus driver, her daughter lives 2 houses down, which I can see from here right out the window. And the mother's over the daughter's house, which lives next to me, and Maya likes to go over and see her old bus driver, and they're helping, she likes to help them weed and do like the yard work out there. So she was just coming to ask if she could do that. So anyway, back to business. So I cut a piece, just cut whatever you need. If you want to do exact like yards, I don't measure anything. I just kind of cut off what I think I need. And you can even do this right before you do a project, although it does need drying time. So basically you don't have to have the gloves, but you're going to get your hands all dirty. So I recommend the gloves. These are just gloves I had from work. I work for a nursing company. So any old gloves, probably kitchen gloves, just something to protect your hands because it gets messy. Oh, one more thing I forgot, you need a sandwich bag. So let me grab that. Probably a quart to gallon size would be better, but right now I only have sandwich size from Maya's lunch, so we're just going to use that. So what you basically want to do is on your paper towel, let me get this out of the way now that I showed you what you'll need. You just want to, you know, obviously protect your surface, protect, you know, because it'll even go through. These are just little paper towels, cloth, like disposable kind of towels. So what I did, and you guys can, you know, try to master your method, is I basically just kind of sprayed the heck out of it and just right now what you're doing to moisten. I'm surprised this is spraying because I had a hard time with it being clogged before. So that's good. I basically just moistened it, and then you're just going to kind of crinkle it in your hands. Just crinkle it yourself, open it, crinkle it, make sure that the spray is just kind of getting over as evenly as you can. Okay, so now that that's moistened, you want to get your bag, open your bag. And this gets messy, guys, so just, you know, protect your work surface. I'm on my kitchen table. My husband's very forgiving. He knows I pull out my projects and I try to put them away as soon as I can. The other day I had like tons of these like drying on the table, but he's used to that. Luckily in this house I have my own craft room, so I can kind of tuck it away when I make messes. But before, in our old house, my dining room table was taken over, and I'm sure some of you have to do that too. So you do what you got to do. So anyway, you got your moistened ribbon in here that you kind of crinkled, and then you just give it a couple sprays. And this, like I said, gets messy. So then you just want to take the bag and just kind of move it all around. You should probably shut it. I don't, but that's why I make a mess. So you just want to kind of move it around, do like this. There's no real wrong way. And then there's going to be still white parts. Some people leave it like that because they like the tie-dye look. For this product, like, see how there's some white still? Then if you don't mind being a mess, which I don't, I have my gloves on, you just take it and you just spray where you missed. And you just keep rubbing it around, and that's going to help crinkle it too as you're rubbing it around. This is a nice, it's like, I got this at Marshall's. I think it was $1.99, and this one's called Terracotta Spray Ink. This one's the nicest, and this is probably the cheapest one I had, because I don't have that many Glimmer Mists, but the Glimmer Mist is more like a dye, where this one's like a paint. It covers a lot quicker and more even. So just kind of move around. See, this would all be on your hands if you didn't have gloves on. So it can be done without gloves, but I don't recommend it. So you're just going to kind of turn it from hand to hand, just crinkle it, roll it into a ball. Now, I've seen some people put it back into the bag and leave it to dry. I don't know how they said they just usually leave it overnight. I don't know how that dries, because mine was still wet and I kind of had it aired out. Now, I tried, in my other video I showed you the ones that I used a heat gun because I was being impatient to try to see what it looked like, and that didn't come out too well. Even though I held it far away, I made sure not to singe it. It just kind of crinkled it where it looked like wrinkly old clothes, where you want them wrinkled, but you want them like a loose wrinkle like that, not this one that was like so tight wrinkled. So anyway, so what I did to dry it, if you have a place that you can leave it, is I just kind of crinkled it up and then just kind of left it a little bit loose so that it could dry. And then by the next morning, it was virtually dry. There were some parts that were still a little wet, so that's why I can't imagine if you had it still crumpled into the ball and left it in the sandwich bag, how it would dry unless you're giving it days. But this worked fine for me, and then in the morning, by the morning, it'll be dry. Or if you do need to speed it up, maybe just a blow dryer would work better than the heat gun, because it wouldn't be so hot. Like maybe you could put it on cool, but I know sometimes with the heat gun too, it takes out the wrinkle that you're trying to put in. So here's what I did. If anybody has any questions, let me know, but it's as simple as that. So try your hand at it instead of buying, you know, the ones that people make or sell, or, you know, the already colored ones. This way you can customize it, and I know a lot of you, I don't have any. I might have to invest in some, but that Lindy's Stamp Gang, I see a lot of you have tons of it, or the Glimmer Mist. So use some of your old stash. I even have Stampin' Up! Re-inkers that I was thinking about using in a couple drops and seeing how that works, just to use your colors instead of having to buy something new. So that's pretty much what you do, and you let it dry there, and then you'll have some ribbon to use on your fall cards or whatever color you decide to use. So hope this helps somebody, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.